Hi again, good to see you. Welcome to video number 3. Fear is your friend. That's a bit of an odd statement, but this is a very important piece of my near-death experience when I died and went to the light. At the beginning of the experience, I was faced with the fear I was living in, and it was terrifying. And like I shared in the first video, I asked for forgiveness. And the next thing I knew, I was enveloped with this absolutely beautiful, unconditional, peaceful, loving, totally accepting light. And when I looked back over the years, went back to dealing with this near death that I had and writing my book, I realized that there was no fear in the light. There was absolutely no fear. And when I came back into my body and back into my reality or my experience I was having, it was absolutely full of fear. And eventually over time I started realizing that I had two choices, two ways of living. I could live in that fear, believing that's who I was, or I could be in the being looking at that from an audience perspective. And I began realizing that this was who I really was, and that wasn't me. And so what I did was I started taking bits and pieces of that fear, and I started using it to go back into my childhood memory so that I could release the energy of fear that was caught up in all these memories. I did have a very painful childhood. And so through that, I discovered that these fears were my friend because they were actually helping me heal things that I didn't remember in my subconscious. So what I want to say to you is there's two things. Number one, you are the being experiencing this earthly experience. Number two, you can only focus on one thing at a time. You can focus on fear, or you can focus on peace, love, and joy. But you can't focus on the two. Just one thing at a time. And the other thing is that if you are living in fear, fear stems out to anger, fear stems out to hatred, hurting, fear. All of the negative emotions that we have are based from fear. And if you're dealing with those sort of things, then once again, you have to take the memory, go into the event where it was, and release the energy. I hope this helps you, and once again, look forward to seeing you in video number 4. Dreams? Oh, forgiveness. Video number 4. The superpower, forgiveness. See you then. Bye.